It's just typical, isn't it? You wait decades for another Terror Train film to arrive, and then two roll up at once. Yes, a mere 2 months after the to-be remake of Terror Train was released, we are graced with Terror Train 2. Even I, one of the few people who preferred the remake to the original 1980 movie, was shocked when this announcement dropped. Then I read the plot description, and learned that it would take place with the same surviving characters being lured into another party on the very same train. While that isn't quite Jaws the Revenge levels of forced sequel storytelling, I was curious how they'd pull that off. And besides, I was doubtful about the remake too, and had been pleasantly surprised before. So maybe lightning would strike this locomotive twice. Or maybe not. Final girl Alana is still working towards her medical degree, but the lasting trauma from the previous film is affecting her studies, and pretty much every other facet of her existence. Before the opening credits have even ended, Alana is informed that another party aboard the same train is about to go down, and she should attend. Face your fears and all that. It's a New Year's party too, by the way. So, for those of you keeping track at home, the 1980 film was a New Year's party, the remake was a Halloween party, and the sequel to the remake is a New Year's party. The party is intended to be a middle finger to the original killers. We're on your death train, and we're saying New Year, New Me, leaving that PTSD baggage at the station. The mysterious magician is back too, yay! Though the events of Terror Train have left him suffering from magical impotence. Trouble is, after Alana has already been coerced aboard, it is revealed that the party has been hijacked by a load of true crime fanatics. Instead of leaving the past behind, the past becomes a tasteless, unempathetic tribute. And what better way to pay respects to a murder spree than to spark a brand new murder spree? From a production standpoint, I totally understand why they made this film. Same team involved, writing a very similar script that uses the same sets, and 75% of the cast is already hired. Very resourceful during this cost of living crisis. Good for them. But if you're going down that route, you better have some major aces up your sleeve. Sad to say, the biggest trick Terror Train 2 pulled was getting me to waste 90 minutes of my precious time. Alana's new story starts off well, and feels like a natural follow-up, but PTSD as a central theme is a tough cookie. It crops up in a huge amount of horror content, and Terror Train 2 fails to say anything new or terribly profound with it. It's perfectly understandable for the character, but after the first half hour, the trauma angle will leave you as impotent as Magic Mike. Does the half-recycled plot at least offer some fun kills? No sir! It fails to get it up in that department too. Not a single kill in the entire picture could be described as creative. Basic stabby stuff, filmed as flatly as possible, without a shred of tension or care. No spoilers here, but only the very final kill elicits an ounce of satisfaction. Yet even that isn't worth waiting for. There is another mystery surrounding the villain, but it struggles to drum up any excitement for the reveal. Both the original film and the remake had some fun with all the changing costumes and masks. Like all the other elements, Terror Train 2 recycles the clown and lizard masks. There is a new mask that's used for literally 1 minute, and it is a plain white mask. It's as basic as you could possibly be, and sums up much of the film as a whole. Don't expect to find comfort in the characters. I actually liked many of them last time around, but not here. There is a natural toxicity in the air. Given the circumstances, that's fine. But the drama is predictable, and a bore, and I think one character in particular gave me IBS. If there is anyone out there who was emotionally invested in the pissed-off love child of Billy Boyd and Timothée Chalamet, I'll buy you a hot dog. There was potential for a dissection of the true crime genre, and the way it abuses and transforms tragedy into entertainment for social media gain. Clearly I was expecting too much of this movie. Any criticisms are surface level at best. Those who did not enjoy the remake, stay well away from the sequel. And those of you who did enjoy the remake, join the others and keep away too. I'm preparing to put Terror Train behind me. New year, new me, and all that. But I'm deathly afraid that every few months, 2B will haunt us with endless Terror Train sequels, featuring increasingly dumb reasons to get the same 3 characters back onto the same train.